Hey everyone, MSX here, and welcome back to the Sonic Rush playthrough. In the last part, we went through Altitude Limit, which is arguably, could be everyone's least favorite zone in the game. And in this part, we're about to go through Dr. Eggman's base, the Deadline. We only have one life left, but we also only have one Chaos Emerald left to get. So on that note, let's go, I suppose. And good luck. You might need it. The zone isn't that bad, but at the same time it isn't that easy. And boost to win. Because Sonic seems to like to do that recently. Even though Sonic Rush is the game where you have to credit his mad boosting skills for. Whoa. Oh, come on. And I'm down to 0 lives. This is perfect. Well, I think at this point I might as well just die so I can just get game over so I could restock on lives. And there's a game over. Start. Gameplay.
Please select a character.
Sonic the Hedgehog. And once more with feeling.
Do your best, Sonic.
And let's go. And I have one more life than apparently I've started with. One thing Sonic games are inconsistent with is the life values, because sometimes you play the classics, you start off with 3 lives. When you hit 0 lives, then, well, game over. Whereas here, you start off with 2 lives, but when you hit 0 life, that's technically your last life. And it's something that they always seem to change upon games, so how many lives does Sonic have, you'll never know. Or will we? And I forgot to do my tricking. Boom. And spin dash, because it doesn't seem to be getting any love anymore. Oh dear, this area. You see see those holes in the foreground? Those are vacuums. You get hit, all your rings get sucked into there, and you have no rings. Unless you'll have to try to get more rings. And that balloon had one up, and I didn't get it, sadly. And running like a champ. And hello there, Sky Fortress Zone. Or should I really tell Sky Fortress Zone hello their Deadline, since this dig obviously comes first. Whoa, that's dicey. I see death lasers, which I am not too happy to see. Although they are probably happy to see me. The lonely life of a death laser. Just waiting there until your one victim approaches. Since I don't think anyone can humanly go through this stage. They're waiting there forever for Sonic. Yet, Sonic will never show up. And honestly, that was not the way I needed to go. But as seen by that checkpoint, that is the way I should go. So yay, I'm smart enough to figure stuff out. Ooh. And boost. Reverse Sky Fortress. E. Ooh, special stage. And let's go. Time for Chaos Emerald number 7. However, what you were about to see is pre-recorded footage from earlier on because I had to do this on the actual 3DS using a capture device because this was dang near impossible to do on the actual computer. So, enjoy some actual decent footage of me doing a decent, probably what I consider the hardest special stage ever. Right, let's go. Okay guys, so remember how I said that one part, how I wish that 3DS capture device was done so I could do the walkthrough easier? Well, let's just say between then and now, you are now going to be watching the footage off of DS. Yeah, it took me this long and I'm still not there, but on an actual DS or 3DS hardware, this should be a lot easier. What you're going to want to do is pause, and then wherever you tap on the screen, and then unpause, it selects and snap to that location pretty dang fast. So with that in mind, you're just going to want to abuse the pause. Ow. It's actually fairly tricky on a 3DS because the start button isn't exactly as easy to push like on a DS. So excuse me. Let's see. Whoa. Dang it, bombs! Screw it, invisibility frames. Okay. See, now I'll move here. Whoa. I'm gonna hit that bomb, aren't I? No, I'm not. Thank you, clipping. And I missed that, I wouldn't. You easy rings. Hang it! Oh, what? Yeah, this stage really is BS. So much BS, in fact, that I didn't even do it. Meh. Redo. I don't even have enough boost, don't I? Come on. No.
Welcome back, Sonic. Do your best, Sonic.
How did I ever get through these stages with an S rank? I'll never know.
Let's do it.
I knew that would happen.
Let's do it.
So remember that one part where I asked, why couldn't the 3DS capture device be out in time for the walkthrough, because this level is an absolute pain? Well, fast forward from when I said that, it is now October 20th, and I am now recording off the 3DS. Problem is, the 3DS start button isn't exactly the easiest to press, so I may not even be able to do it now. Especially with this setup. But anyways. So remember when I wanted to say, or not wanted to, but I did say, I wish the 3DS capture device was out by the time of this walkthrough? Well, guess what's out, and now is hopefully gonna make my life a tad easier. I mean, Jesus, Sega. What the heck were you thinking? So what you're going to do is pause and move the stylus to the location you want Sonic to go. And when you unpause, he's going to move to that location rather quickly. Case in point. This special stage also is going to take a whole lot of patience. Also ignore barking dogs, they're just jelly, or not jelly, they're just jealous that they can't play this game. And I instinctively said jelly because I've been spending too much time on the internet. Whoa. Yeah, as you can see, I have to mash the start button in order to get through without taking a single hit, which is ridiculous. So, to those who can do it without doing this pause trick, I envy you dearly. And I also consider you, wow, incredibly pro. And, shoot, probably could have been a few easy wins. There goes more rings. Oh, that's cheap. You're also going to want to try to gather as many rings as you can in the first section, merely because this is going to be repeated in the second section. If I didn't screw up, I would have been 10 rings ahead, but, or, you know, extra 10 rings. Every ring counts in this stage. Therefore, your success is equal to the amount of times you can mash that start button. And also, you're supposed to get those 5 rings by bashing the enemy at the right time. The only problem is I can never get the time for that. Shoot, invincibility. Yes, if you ask me. This is why when the game came out, for the longest time there were no videos of the extra zone. And now that you have the required ring amount, getting to the end with all your rings is an entirely different story. Fortunately, I barely made it.
Now Sega, I realize you are in Japan, and the Japanese are pro at games. But think of the West. That's where you really took off. Have you no mercy? Right, after recovering from your mental whiplash, let's get back to the actual stage.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that pre-recorded footage while I had fun trying to get on the actual, here. Why Sega had to be so unrelentless with that? I'm not sure if unrelentless is unrelentless. Oh, forget it. I can't English at 6 o'clock in the night, apparently. And I pressed the wrong buttons, so I didn't even boost. I believe we're close. Yep. Ooh, 307. I'm not sure if that's a new record or not. And I apologize for the mouse in the way. I totally did not notice. So just now, but fortunately it wasn't even that bad because the special stage is at the end of the stage, so you only had to endure for a minute. I am sorry, fellow viewers. Anyways, Act 2. The ending of this stage is going to be very annoying. You will see why. Also the beginning. Yep, we get to guide a very long missile voyage over a frickin' bottomless pit!
Let's do it.
As you can see, it's very hard to guide too.
Let's do it.
Uno momento, por favor. Okay, sorry for that brief jump cut, but we are back. And you can tell missile controls in this game are very wonky. Yeah. I had like, what, 5 lives at the beginning, and now I only have 1 left. You can't say Eggman really wants him dead in this game now, can you? The good old doctor out to murder Sonic? Nah. That's pretty cool. Anyways, boost. And wall running. Before wall running became wall running. Or was it? Upside down enemy fights! Upside down enemy fights in space. Oh. Homing attack before homing attack became useful. See, they were in the 2D games as well. Or should I say 2.5Ds. And I kept pressing my wrong key. E. Whoa. Oh. I forgot about that. Cannons! Cannons in space! Cannons in space launching hedgehogs for no particular reason. Oops, but I landed, so I guess I'm okay. And extra life, hoorah. One good thing about being a veteran of the Sonic games is that I can rack up the lives pretty easy. Shield, that's always nice. Oh boy. No! And of course, it's all my rings. Just as fast and good as I can rack them up, I can also lose them in a heartbeat. Oh, Eggman. Surely you're joking, right? Whoa, whoa. I need wonky physics to save me here. We're getting close to the end now. Ooh, why not? I forgot that was there, actually. It's been a long time since I last played this game. Speaking of which, I got this game at launch, November of 2005. Ow. Back then, there was no YouTube. Which means back then, well, back then we had IGN and all these fan sites. What was I gonna say? So yeah, back in 05, I was only in 5th grade when this thing came out. Just starting 5th grade, actually. And when I got all the way to Special Stage 7, I was frustrated. Because I had no clue what to do to solve it faster. And I apologize for the ringing. So, yeah, a little 5th grader, barely a 5th grader, just getting Sonic Rush, and then he gets to the hardest special stage ever in what I consider to be Sonic's history. Ooh. Needless to say, I don't think I knew how to beat that special stage in 2008, 3 years later, because in between the time of the game's launch, thank God I don't need to go back there, speaking of special stage. Between the game's launch... between the game's launch and then, well, YouTube became popular, and thus I managed to see that little pause trick. And on that note... finally managed to beat that special stage. I was so excited. Because I knew there was an extra zone, but at that point, even though that pause trick was there was no footage of the extra zone, so it was like this mysterious thing. I knew it was going to be a boss because I beat the advanced games. But yeah. Speaking of bosses... we won't let you get away this time, Eggman, nigga. But, Nega just laughs in our face. But come to think about it, I could just take you on. What? What is this? A plot twist of conveniency? And apparently in this plot twist, he didn't expect Blaze in this world. And I just now noticed that his little Egg-O-Matic is actually a different color scheme than Eggman's, yeah. Different color scheme. I didn't notice that until just now, actually. We got Eggman to our world. It's best to get someone else to do the dirty work. I've been waiting for him to return with the gem. I couldn't care less what happens to our world. Ooh. Now why would he not care that much? Apparently he's Blaze's opponent. No can do, unfortunately. And Blaze must protect her world, which means she's getting a little pissed at us. Oh, Sonic. And Blaze seems to be wanting to take Sonic on in a one-on-one. And Eggman Nega finds this world so entertaining. He's gonna like it here. Well, actually, in fact, what we have here is a boss battle between the other playable character. And Eggman's just hovering around in the background, just watching. And this could be a little tricky because of the wonky hitboxes. And also invincibility frames. Wonky hitboxes and also physics. Ow. This could be a very tricky boss. Also, they will have these special moves. Ow. That was not nice. However, you can't do these special moves in-game if you were to actually play as them, which is disappointing. Ow. As you can see, I'm getting beaten up pretty dang bad. Pretty dang bad. That's a nice English right there. Oh dear, I'm out of rings. Am I possibly gonna die? And it's not a possibility. In my opinion, just give me an Eggman boss, because these freaking character matches are not enjoyable at all. And yes, we are fighting Blaze here, so when we play as Blaze, we will have to fight Sonic, who's just as annoying. Ow. Also, for a while, this the Zone 7 boss theme has become Blaze's unofficial theme because, well, he didn't have a theme until. So I guess they somehow made this, the fans took this as their unofficial theme. Quit loving spin dashes so much, you freaking cat. Of course, Sega has to design a more competent Cat the Big. What happens when they do? Friggin' boss battle, and I jump straight into that because of amazing hit detection, I might say. Needless to say, after I beat this boss on my actual game, I never did go back to it. And on my actual game, I believe I set the mode to easy because this boss is so freaking annoying, as you can see. However, the suckage could just be because I have not played this boss fight in years. And also, haha, who needs practice? Oh boy, I'm not doing that good. I always found their ultras annoying, and also annoying the fact that you can't do them in game. That's also a big tease for me back then. And just being able to float there and just summon. Ow. Why do you love the spin dash so much? I didn't see that coming. Uno momento, por favor. One more time. Okay, I have returned. Unpause. I have to say unpause, that way when I go sync this up in editing, it won't be a nightmare to resync. Ah, take that cat. Can you imagine this fight if Big was your rival? Probably have a defense of the Snorlax. Queen's beating him probably wouldn't be easy. Ow. Oh. I thought she was a Skull Man. from that being if you just stand still and don't do anything, he would just stand there as well. Was it Skullman that did that? Or was it another robot master from the Mega Man series? I believe it was Skullman. Ow. Oh, come on, you freaking annoying cat. Ah, Sonic, why'd you have to uncurl? Ow. I guess I just have to be aggressive with her. Yo. Ah, so close. How did I do that? I must have got her right as she finished spin dashing. Oh boy. This part. This part. Remember where you had to mash A and B on the altitude limit boss? Well, wait till you see this. And the only reason I'm not bothering to read the dialogue is because it's all automated and I don't have much control over it. Anyways, get your mashing fingers ready and... mash! Mash! This kills your fingers on the actual DS as well. I do not know how the heck I managed to pull it off on the actual DS. You have to push these buttons really fast, so mash! And then eventually that will happen. And for some reason, Eggman Nega's pod just spoke away. You know, he did not do anything, and he just sat in the background watching me get frustrated. Evil scientist is evil. I don't care what my rank is.
Should we try this again?
An A rank and you just want to try it again? No. No, Sonic. And now you're trying to be friendly towards Blaze after all the button mashing that she made us go through. And Blaze is a bit overzealous. A rough past. What is she, Shadow? Don't bite off more you can chew. And what is this? We have Wandering Bunny. And just like that. And just like that, all of a sudden. She just, it's like, okay, it's like, hey, I have to do this, go away. Hey, don't bow for you, chew. Okay, yeah, I can rely on my friends. If that isn't the definition of bipolar. Or a definition of Sega just trying to rush a storyline along. Both are very tempting possibilities. Things are sure looking depressing lately. Led by the Soul Emeralds, my world had begun to enter yours. What will happen to our two worlds? Tails does not know. But worlds can't coexist, apparently, so everything will just disappear. No, not one world will become predominant. No, they'll just go poof, apparently. Eggman and Eggman Nega. The 2 eggheads, right? A's you stay here. In your condition, you... But... And also after being all arrogant before, she just happens to listen to it very easily. And apparently Sonic's saying, you don't have to do everything, let your friends take care of your work. And for some reason, Tails has to come with us, even though he does not do a single thing. And on that note, 7 Chaos Emeralds in hand, frickin' finally, dire change in the overworld music, says that this is a good place to end this part. So, next time, we will go to the F Zone, or Final Zone. So until then, I shall see you guys later.